Enter the bot crisis, more like clown fiesta. Every single official TF2 Valve server is plagued, no, infected, no, swarmed by ear-raping aimbotters. And I mean it in the literal sense. Aimbotter, like in bots with auto-aim, unmanned auto-aim. No matter what map, what game mode, or what time you decide to play, aimbotters will be there. Thick or thin, it could be the end of the world, and these botters will still be terrorizing your games. And they aren't alone. These aimbotters come in bulk, working together to kick players, steal names so you can kick the wrong person. Holy damn! It's like the attacks are pre-planned, leading to the question, who's behind all of this? Is there some sort of syndicate running this? There's a video that discusses this topic. Although old, it provides an even more confusing perspective into the minds of the aimbotters. The truth behind the TF2 bot crisis. Not 1 minute into the video, we hear the reason to why people hack. It's fun. As disappointing as that may sound, this is the sole motivation behind the endless waves of aimbotters in every Valve server. These hackers are not some sort of cool hacking organization like Anonymous. It's just a bunch of bored teenagers. Well, talk about a boring paradox. There's really no simple way to approach this, so I'm forced to get psychological with you all. Fun is a right that everyone should enjoy. I'm not in any way against that. But like everything in this brutal reality we live in, it's all about context. Look, you can like guns, the way they work, the way they fire, and even the impact of the bullet on objects. But it all changes when you start shooting living things! This applies to cheating. It could be fun for you on a single player game, but once you start hacking on multiplayer games, now you're indirectly hurting someone else in the process. This fun will be taken away just as fast as you're taking away someone else's fun for the sake of your fun. An eye for an eye, that sort of thing. And that's me lowballing the motivations behind all this hacking nonsense. Some hackers just like seeing other people's reactions, and most just want to see the game die. And that's just straight up textbook evil. Or you could choose to cope with the idea that this is somewhat of a protest. A cry for Valve to pay attention to TF2. Or the facade of seeming like a god tier player. If you can't attain the skill of landing every single headshot, you could simply download the skill. The ego and the chemical release of for once seeming good at a video game is probably a priceless feeling. Or, again, it could be simply fun for the hacker to hack. But all of that is thrown out the window because half of the aimbotters are just bots rather than human beings. Plus, the prospect of some depressed ass player simulating good skill is a depressing thought. Whether you like to find the reason behind why hackers hack or not, it probably won't change anything. The true depressing part of this hacker apocalypse is the people getting hit the hardest. In what seems like a last-ditch effort for Daddy Valve to notice TF2, the hackers have gotten what they worked so hard for. Valve begrudgingly gave some duct tape ass temporary fix. In turn, the F2Ps are indirectly punished in the process. What? The lifeblood, the backbone, the numbers that kept TF2 alive is what's being cut? What the hell even is this update? And why did it take Valve so long to act? This is what it took for Valve to move out of its money-induced coma, the spamming of racial slurs, edgy sentences, and straight-up offensive language. I like how that's the reason why they acted, because they were being called out on multiple news sites for the vulgar language. You can mute toxicity, but you can't mute gameplay. Imagine, just imagine, that modern-day TF2 is your first experience playing TF2. You can't even do the basic function of typing, but the bots can still type. What a clown fiesta, seriously. It's like Valve chucking gas into the fire. Ear rape is still existent and chat spam is still here. The only thing left is the already depleting community's patience.
I don't think we can do anything.
The depressed, copium-filled veterans love screaming, "Play on community servers, dude!" Yes, I understand that, okay? Again and again, the community comes to save the day. To Left 4 Dead 2, to TF2, to even Alien Swarm, the community always picks up the slack. I've never seen such a toxic relationship as the Valve community. Joining a community server doesn't even get rid of the bots fully, because you'll just see them on trading websites. At least trading is a joke now, so it doesn't really matter if you see a bot or not, unless you're rich enough to do unusual trading.
in which you'll never see one at all. Damn, man, not even trading could escape the tyranny of the bots. Let's talk about another community that's being hit that almost no one talks about. The actual good TF2 players. Now, whenever I see a god tier sniper, it's essentially a coin flip to whether they're hacking or not. You seriously can't tell anymore. Most people just say look at the hats, because it's common sense to believe that if the hats are expensive, then they're probably not hacking. I could tell you right now that this is a lie. It kinda rots my brain when I think of a veteran TF2 player who uses expensive hats to hide the fact that he's hacking to his teammates, to avoid getting kicked. You know, there was this TF2 game that I got footage on, and where there was a clear hacker on the enemy team, yet the enemy team refused to kick the hacker. Despite this, our team was so honorable that we kept kicking our hackers due to the many cries of the enemy team. Our team was literally filled with F2Ps whose efforts inspired me so much that I joined in the attempt of distracting the enemy team full of hackers and NGNets, just to buy time for our spy to backcap. Failure after failure after failure, I realized quickly how stupid Dust Bowl can be. And I also realized what a team of human beings can do when working together. Our spy somehow managed to backcap, winning us the first round. How in the hell did we win despite the hackers and the NGNets? I'll tell ya, because teamwork makes the dream work, baby. Only to lose the rest of the game due to the overwhelming hackers. On top of that, the enemy team was so damn cocky that they put League of Legends players to shame. I could just remember getting a headache out of disappointment. I get it. I can leave at any moment, and I shouldn't take it serious. It is a game after all. But a team that fails, even when putting everything aside to win despite all of the odds stacked against them, is always a sad sight to see. So sad that it tilted me beyond belief. And it was even worse because the fact that my team was made out of F2Ps who were giving it everything they got. Look, I don't hate Valve and I don't blame one party for the bot apocalypse. The state of TF2 is not one of death nor of unplayability. I could still play it and try to beat the bots, but the days that I recall from my younger years are definitely gone. It's not nostalgia that prevents me from enjoying the game, it's literally the case of many mistakes accumulating over the years. Gone are the days of instantly finding a game. Gone are the days where I could trade without seeing a bot. Gone are the days where I could see the innocence of an F2P every single day. Gone are the days where I could switch back to my old team because of how bad auto balance is. Gone are the days where I could just find a game without a hacker. Gone are the days where Valve actually cared. Gone are the days where I could enjoy the game. Literally, the Great Depression. The TF2 edition.